Hey, it's Joe Amoia, the Smarter Dating Guy, with today's Smarter Dating Tip. Today we're going to talk about how to show a guy that you're interested in him without coming across as needy or desperate, because there is nothing that will scare a guy away quicker than a desperate or needy woman. Now, before we talk about actually how to do that, what I want to spend some time with is understanding is that at the end of the day, there are only two possibilities. One, the guy is interested in you. Two, he's not. So if you understand this going in, your life is going to be so much easier because it's simply a matter of figuring out which one it is. Now, that being said, there are some specific things that you can do to show a guy that you're not desperate, that you're not needy, and simply to let him know that you're interested in him. And the first is to simply be yourself. I'm sick and tired of reading all these books and blogs and articles, all this crap out there telling you to do this or do that just so you can get a guy. It's a bunch of crap. Okay? Here's the truth. If you're going to be in a long-term relationship with someone, you absolutely positively must be yourself. Now, if being yourself is needy or desperate, then you might want to work on yourself a little and clean that stuff up before you pursue a guy. Now, that being said, if you are clear on who you are and you know you're not needy or desperate, and there's somebody who piques your interest, there are some things you can do to let him know and which will give you greater odds of succeeding. And the first thing is to open up an invitation. Now, I'm going to give you a little trick. What you want to do is, especially if you know the guy, you want to do a little homework. You want to find out something that he's interested in. Maybe it's a certain type of music, or maybe it's a certain activity. Maybe he's into a certain sport. And you want to look on the calendar and find out when there's some kind of opening. So maybe there's a concert in town of some kind of music that he likes. Or maybe, his favorite team is playing this week. Now, I don't recommend you go out and get the tickets yet, but you check and see if there's any kind of availability for tickets for these things. It could also be, a favorite restaurant, anything that really is going to interest him. And then what you do is you call him up, almost like a last minute thing, and say, hey, you know what? I got these tickets, and I was wondering if you'd like to go. Now, if he's interested in going into that event, and he's got somewhat of an interest in you, he's probably going to take you up on it. And if he does, you simply go out and buy the tickets. It's something I used to do all the time, and it used to work great. Because if they said no, I saved myself money. And if they said yes, I either went right down to the box office or I picked up the phone, called Ticketmaster, and got the tickets. So that's going to help you. Now, realize this. That's just step one. Step two is actually being on the date and just simply being yourself. See, you will become more interesting to a guy if you show him that you are going to make him happier and make his life better. So if being with you on that date is making him happier and it's a great experience for him, if he's interested in you, he's going to want to do it again. So that's the second step. And the third step is, if you put these invitations out, do not wait around for him. Okay? Do not continue to pursue him. Do not text him 3 million times. Do not call him up 5 times and leave messages on his answering machine. Do not wait outside his work or where he works out. Simply put it out there and leave it up to him. Now, I know every now and then people don't get texts or emails don't get through. So if you want to follow up with the second one, I can understand that. I'll give you that. But if you've reached out twice and he hasn't made a move to reciprocate, then my suggestion to you is to move on. So I promise you, if you follow these 3 little steps, the right guy, the one who is interested in you, will reciprocate and will want to be with you. As always, I hope this helps. If you know someone who can benefit from this, please feel free to pass it along. Have an awesome day. We'll see you next time. God bless.